Hey everybody, I am going to take on a friend of mine, Roger Knoll, because I consistently watch people, particularly on Facebook of late, post articles that quote him. In this case rather, sports stadiums do not generate significant local economic growth, Stanford expert says. Roger Knoll's problem in terms of how he looks at these matters can be summed up in one sentence. He does not take into account urban development. In other words, he'll say, hey, look, I've analyzed all of these deals. Well, actually, he hasn't, because some of the proposals, like, for example, Coliseum City and others, occur in different urban areas. In the case of Coliseum City, it was redevelopment of the Coliseum, much wanted by many people in East Oakland, right off the freeway, next to the Oakland Airport Business Park and the airports. What I just said to you, that right there, in terms of its location, is not something that Roger Knoll ever considers in any of his analysis. So basically, anything he says, you should simply just take and throw it into the trash can, because he only looks at monetary shares and makes assumptions from those, and that's it. Okay? He says NFL stadiums do not generate significant local economic growth, and the incremental tax revenue is not sufficient to cover any significant financial contribution by the city. Now, that has to be stopped there, okay? First of all, when he says economic growth or not significant, he never defines what that means. What does that mean, not significant? In terms of employment? He never mentions employment, all right? When he talks about the city's contribution, he never mentions employment either. There are a number of people who take these jobs who basically string together one 4-hour position and another, and voila, they have an 8-hour job. But Roger Knoll never looks at that either. Roger Knoll would never begin to think in terms of, say, in the middle of a pandemic, looking at providing such jobs when other companies, businesses, independents are going who provide the same jobs are not able to do so. And so their people are out of work and looking for employment in those areas which they're skilled, which the sports jobs provide. So Roger takes a way out of this that, and I don't mean to be insulting when I say this because I like Roger personally, but it's intellectually sloppy, okay? You cannot understand an urban development without looking at where it's located and how it affects the people it involves. He only looks at what he says, well, does the city get its money back? Well, he looks at that in terms of direct payments, but he doesn't even begin to consider where employees go. I'm not saying that every single sports stadium has been great for its local economy. No, some have not. But again, that has to do with where they're located. Like, let's take Pontiac Stadium, which was way out in the suburbs of Detroit, versus Ford Field, which was a significant contribution to the development of downtown Detroit. I also notice that Roger Knoll does not mention here, you guessed it, he doesn't even begin to discuss the Pac-Pel Park Stadium, now called Oracle Park, that the Giants play in, which was the linchpin around which that area of San Francisco completely redeveloped. South Beach. He doesn't mention it. Why? It was a success. To mention it would just blow away his point. But if Roger had taken all of these from a point of view of simply analyzing urban development, what the most efficient type of urban developments are, he would have a more valuable, far more valuable take than he offers. Instead, he has this pablum out here, which I'm going to counter because too many people who have no idea what they're talking about copy this stuff and quote it. That is going to stop. Who am I? I'm the CEO of Sports Business Simulations, which has since folded. Now the CEO of Zenny62 Media, Incorporated. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com and stay tuned for more. I'm not done, Roger. I'll see you.